Welcome to Rope Dropping Knowledge, where we guide you through the magic of Disney.
Yeah, I feel crowded. You're on my left side now.
Well,
we had to rearrange the table because I am going to work from home full time, just like Tracy. She doesn't get that privilege by herself anymore.
I'm looking for an office to go into.
I'm slowly moving her out of the home.
Yeah. I'm actually, on Monday, we'll scope out our San Diego office.
Yeah.
And just plop myself somewhere and not have people think I'm some weirdo.
I think I made the announcement that I'm started working after retirement, and now I think this is going to be my last not official, but it's going to be my last working for corpo, working for someone else, public sector, whatever, gig, thing. So I just took a director's position, HR as usual, but none of the offices that I'll be overseeing are in my city. So I'll be doing remote work for the first time in my life, 100%. And yeah, we'll see how it works. I got these not giant, but there's 2 monitors set up, our podcasting station, and got a new laptop. Look, how many? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 laptops in this house.
Plus 2 iPads and
2 iPads.
phones.
Yeah.
Lots of devices.
We're just a gadget house. Yeah, bunch of gadgets. But yeah, this is episode 144. And because it's the beginning of April, we are starting. And you guys comment if you hear clicking. Because I think it's like I'm always hearing clicking when I
slightly hear it.
Is it this?
Yes.
Yeah, it's my jaw in the headphone. So I don't know.
Like,
Let me loosen it a little bit.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Is that better? Would that make it worse?
I still hear it. But it doesn't bother. I mean, let us know if it bothers you, because it doesn't bother me, but I notice it when
it
I'm
bothers me
listening
when
to
I'm
the
listening.
podcast. Yeah.
So, all right, I'll try to mitigate it.
Maybe we got to use new gear.
Yeah, these were like expensive, man.
They were? Oh.
Yeah, these are the it's a mic and headphone setup. I should take a picture of us. We should need to do.
Or
YouTube.
maybe you need to do it tighter, not looser, right? So it doesn't move around.
Let's see.
Ooh,
See?
let's make it worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, that's whatever. I don't know. It's so weird. Everything's weird. But anyway. Yeah. I think
that is better.
that's a little
It's
better.
gone. Okay. So what are we talking about? Oh, we have a new giveaway.
Yeah, because it's the beginning of April, and this giveaway will end on April 30th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are giving away a Sleeping Beauty. We already put the pictures up.
Yeah.
We already posted it and everything. Sleeping Beauty purse. I don't know if it's a crossbody or not.
It can be worn as a crossbody, but it's really for a shoulder strap. It's a shoulder strap.
It's
but
a shoulder strap purse.
If it's long enough. It is long enough.
Well, I don't know, because I didn't want to, like when I give people stuff, I like them to get that brand new feel. So the strap is still wrapped inside the purse, just like if you would have bought it from the store. So I didn't want to take it out and mess with it. So
it's a normal purse strap. If depending how tall you are, you could pull it off as a crossbody, I guess.
And how thick you are. Yeah. Who knows? Because I haven't measured it, but it's a purse. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's another one of the Danielle Nicole. Okay. And that's not all. We'll be giving away. We gave this was our first giveaway. Our first giveaway was the in-park.
Yeah, this is our first
actual giveaway, like on air.
Answering a question on air kind of.
Yeah, it's a Mickey Mouse Echo clock.
Yes.
So if you don't have an Amazon Echo, you can still use it as a regular Mickey Mouse wall clock. But if you do, it syncs up and and you can do lights and stuff. So that's cool. But the cool thing is that Mickey's on the front.
Yeah.
And it tells time with his hands.
And you can even ask. So it hooks up where you can ask it to tell you the time?
No.
Or no?
No, it just would sync up and I think lights and stuff.
Oh.
So it's not that big a deal as far as the Echo part, but it does if you have it. But mostly just think of it as a Mickey Mouse wall clock. So, yeah, but both of them pretty cool. A lot of people liked the first time we gave it away. And we'll be giving this away it'll be the day after the 30th, and I forget if we have 31 days in this month.
No, we don't.
All right, so the first we'll be doing the drawing at random. And all you have to do is direct message us the answer to this question via Facebook or Instagram or both. If you want 2 entries, get double the entries if you do both. Who is your favorite Disney princess or least favorite Disney princess? So I'll say that again. Who is your favorite or least favorite Disney princess?
Yes.
We already know who your least favorite is.
You all know. They made a hat out of it, and I took a poll. You agreed with me.
It's fishy. So yeah, just direct message us the answer to that question. Simple question, and you will be entered. And we will be doing this drawing. Again, you have till the 30th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You must be 18 years or older and live in the United States. Alrighty. So, we are going to Disneyland tomorrow.
When it's 99 degrees.
Yeah, it's gone
Probably
from 97 to 90, but yeah, it'll probably
It was 100 today, 101, I think, in Anaheim area.
And then, of course, the next day it drops down to like 80-something.
Yeah.
And then the day after that, it gets into the 70s.
I know. What is the deal?
So remember how we used to always complain about how no matter which Saturday we go, it's always the hottest? So we decided to go on a Friday.
And then it's hot.
And that day's the hottest.
And Saturday it goes down to 80.
It's dumb.
So weird.
Whatever.
So we might not, we'll be there. We may not be there all day, but.
We'll be there all day.
Oh, okay.
So, well, I mean, I don't want to say that we're going to be there every second of the day, but yeah, we'll be there basically.
Most of the day.
The vast majority of the day. And then, so if you'll find us, we still have the wallet giveaway.
Yes.
And I don't even know if I should say this. I guess we should say this. I don't know if this will make it too easy. We do have reservations.
At Lamplight, yeah.
Yeah, should I give them the time?
I suppose.
What is it, 3:30?
Yeah.
So we have reservations at Lamplight Lounge in DCA at 3:30 tomorrow.
But people can't find us because they can't go in, right?
Some can. They can wait for us to come out. They know they can wait for us to go in. So, at least we'll be in DCA, for a couple hours around that time. Probably even more than that. So, as a matter of fact, I don't even know if we're going to go to Disneyland till the evening. If we do, we'll probably just go to Disneyland and catch some rides, do that. I always like the Disneyland rides when it's after dark.
Yeah.
So, like Thunder Mountain, Matterhorn. So, yeah. But, yeah, if you want to catch us, we still got that Kate Spade Minnie Mouse card wallet, and the first person to find us gets it.
Yep.
So,
let us know.
You could wait till 3:30 and try to catch us going in, or you could take a risk because somebody could catch us at like 9:00. Who knows? We don't know. All right. And the really cool thing is that we have some really cool stuff. Once somebody finds this wallet, or finds us and then gets the wallet, we're going to be doing an in-park giveaway every time we are at Disneyland. And we go at least once a month. So every time we're there, we're going to have a giveaway. So we've made a commitment to that. So technically, we'll be doing at least 2 giveaways a month. Sometimes it's going to be more. So let's say we're always going to have our monthly giveaway, just like, the purse and the clock that we give away over the, I guess you call it over the air, but through the podcast and then through the social media. But then let's say we go, let's say somebody finds us tomorrow and gets the Kate Spade wallet. Well, we're coming back on the 30th, I believe. No, not the 30th.
23rd.
23rd, right. We're coming back on the 23rd.
So we might have another.
So technically, that'd be 3 giveaways this month.
Yes.
See how that works? So the quicker people find us, the more giveaways we're going to do.
Yes.
So there you go. All right. So I thought I would give a quick wedding recap. I mean, we talked about it so much leading up to it and everything. So yeah, it was awesome.
It was really fun. It was a nice ceremony in the morning. Not morning, afternoon. And then the evening was really cool. They did a lot of cool things. The food was awesome. There was open bar.
Yeah.
The venue was beautiful. They did pictures in the beginning that it prints out right away and you can take it home as a thank you gift. That's what we did for our wedding.
Yeah, it printed right on. So your thank you card is actually a picture of you with the bride and groom. So what, one of the things I wanted to say is that is something that you do take for granted sometimes. It's like the big get-togethers with family and friends because, during the lockdown, everybody postponed their weddings and stuff. And I was just kind of like, okay, we already had ours. What's the big deal? No, that's not what I said. But yeah, it's it reminds you of like just how, because it's not just the fun of just, the food and the drinks and all that, the dancing. It's like you see people and you're doing things with, your favorite people all at once. They're all together, and you're going from table to table, you're talking to all these people. And it's just like, there is something about just being together, with family and friends in a large setting. It's really fun. And so I have to admit, I probably took it for granted myself a lot, over my life. And, which is why I'm going to have a birthday get together for us at the end of the month. We're going to do a combined thing since Tracy's birthday was actually on the day of the wedding. And mine's in May. So we'll just do like a little combined thing. But yeah, and it doesn't have to be elaborate stuff, but I think people should, take time to get together. Yeah. I mean, I know like cruises are fun and going out of the state and Disneyland is fun, and one of the reasons Disneyland has always been so fun with us is because we did a lot of it with cousins. Kevin and Christina, I mean, were probably with us in at least like a third of our trips, and then Dustin and AmeriCorps. We still need to go with Ken and Amy. We went with your sister a few times. So yeah, it's, these things, this is what life's about. Life's not about, Tracy making me take an extra job.
What?
But
Extra job?
Because Tracy wants another house. I'm joking.
You mean extra job? Just job. I'm just kidding.
I already have a check. She wants me to bring an extra check. How's that?
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, no, we joke around a lot. And yeah, but it's true. It's that's one of the reasons we like this podcast, because we've created a little community here, and especially when we get to see you guys in person.
Yeah.
But getting to know you guys, even though that you're so far away, and then getting to see you and getting to see members of your family. I mean, that's probably like our best Disney trips is when we run into you guys.
Yeah.
So, that's why I do the wallet giveaway, so I can bribe you to come find us. But yeah, so I just, the wedding was great. I'm not going to talk too much about it. We've talked about it ad nauseum, but they're in Hawaii now anyway. They're having a blast on their honeymoon. But yeah, it was a good time. We did, I got to fit into my suit, so I did lose enough weight to where I fit into my suit. Not my fat suit, the thin suit. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, Tracy looked really nice. I was like, whoa, because we don't dress up.
Yeah.
We haven't gone anywhere to where we really had to dress up in the last 2 years.
Right.
So
All I dressed in the last 2 years were leggings, yoga pants, and T-shirts.
To me, dressing up is a new Spirit jersey.
Yeah, exactly. But that's only been the last since last
April.
summer.
That's been a
June,
year.
right?
It's been a year.
Yeah, since June. So, but the last 2 years, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Even then, leggings to Disneyland.
And even working from home, you don't even wear work clothes, really.
No, that's what I'm saying. The last 2 years have been just yoga pants and T-shirts for me.
I've seen all these videos of like CEOs in shorts,
Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah, so that was cool. And then we also, we went to the church ceremony. And I got to admit, I don't like to admit it, but I have to admit that I teared up. Because Kevin came in, the groom comes in first. Mm-hmm. And then, he walks down the aisle and
with his parents and
then and he was all smiling and everything. I was like, man, has he been drinking already? Like, he looks so happy.
Well, it's because he hasn't seen her in her, because the groom's not supposed to see the dress at all.
Yeah,
this is the first time he saw her in the dress and everything, and first time he saw her that day.
Oh, yeah, traditional. Yeah. And then Christina came down, and it's weird because it sounds like a backhanded compliment. So I don't want to clarify how I say it because I'm so used to her hanging out with us at Disney.
Yeah,
and she's a very pretty girl, right? And so that's just like, okay, whatever. She's pretty good. When I saw her coming down in the dress, with her parents,
made up and everything,
and it's like. She looked like a Disney princess. And I was just like, and it hit me, and I was just like, wow. My cousin's marrying that, And
you didn't feel like that when I came out in my dress?
Nah, I'm joking. I had to give a speech at our wedding, dude. I was under pressure.
Yeah, that's true. You were like,
I had to perform.
You was like a totally different person. I was like, oh my God, who did I marry? Because like you were a totally different person because you were zoned out because you had to give the speech.
Yeah, and here's the thing: I didn't have to get a speech. It was different because we got married later, not later in life. It makes it sound like we're 70, but like I was 44.
Yeah,
and and you were late 30s. So it was one of those situations where, it wasn't. It was more like I was coming into a family, but I was already kind of established.
Yeah, and
so when I felt that I had to address the family in a mature way. Mm-hmm. I'm not a 25-year-old. Mm-hmm. I do public speaking. Mm-hmm. I speak at work. For me, not to say anything at my own wedding would be lame. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just that's how I felt at it. Mm-hmm. I don't think everyone should have that expectation. I had that expectation for myself. Mm. And so, and I believe that you shouldn't use notes in speeches, especially at a formal event.
Yeah.
So I had all these things, and then I have like Vietnamese names to remember. I had the order of people to give respect to. So my speech was probably like 15, 20 minutes,
Yeah. And I think I've never seen you like this because you said this is the way you feel before a tournament or something.
Yeah. A jiu-jitsu
and
tournament.
So you were so weird. And I was like, did I really?
Yeah, you've never seen me compete.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah, you have to kind of like zone out. Like it's, to me, like it was business, mm-hmm. Because a wedding is really, it's about making sure it's about making sure your guests are getting all the, not just entertainment, but they're getting the value of the wedding and feeling the importance of the event.
Yeah.
And so to me, a wedding's not about the bride and groom, really. It's kind of like they're the mascots of the wedding. Mm-hmm. But it's like if you give a wedding and, everyone shows up for them. But I guess, and maybe that's because I'm older. Mm-hmm. If I got married in my 20s, it'd be like, it's all about me. Where's my presents? Blah, blah, blah. Now I'm like, no, I want to be respectful. I want to make sure everyone's acknowledged. Mm-hmm. I want to make, it's more like that. So. But as soon as the speech is done, I was fine.
Yeah, after the speech was done, you were back. Like right away, I saw, like when we sat down at the table to eat, I was like, oh, okay. I'm good. I guess I married the right person.
Yeah, she got scared.
I was like, who is this? Before that.
Yeah. But yeah, well, just to wrap this up, though, it was just a great wedding and everything. I mean, they had a professional film and photo crew there. I mean, they're photographers, but it was a crew. It was like 5 people. Very professional. They were very professional. They knew how to take candid shots. They weren't getting in anyone's way, and they let the wedding kind of evolve. The reception was awesome. Hors d'oeuvres. I had a little bit too much at the open bar, but
we had a really good wedding
coordinator was awesome.
Because I had forgotten my phone there, and she kept it for me.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna mention that, but yeah, we leave. We're like, hey, we're out of here. Hey, thank you everybody. Elvis has left the building. We get back to the hotel. Tracy, where's my phone?
We dropped off my mom, and then we got back to the hotel, and I was like, wait, I think I left my phone there.
Yeah.
And then we called, and then they picked up and gave it to the coordinator. She's like, oh, I have your phone. Are you Tracy?
First of all, Christina was still there.
I don't know I think that was the coordinator I spoke to, not Christina.
Maybe her name's Christina too. I don't know.
No.
Because they said the bride and groom have your phone.
No, he said that the bride and groom found your phone, has your phone. And then I talked to a woman, a lady, and I thought it was Christina. And she's like, Tracy, I have your phone. I was like, oh, okay. So I thought that was Christina. But then when I got there, it was the coordinator. And I think it was her I spoke to. I don't know who I spoke to. But it was a lady who knew my name.
We'll ask Christina when she gets back from Hawaii.
Yeah.
But yeah. And so the whole thing was great. The one funny question you asked me, and I think this is kind of funny, is that so me and Emmy, they were the flower girls.
Yes, they were so cute.
And yeah, they're adorable. But you said when they look at Christina, are they going to think that she became a Disney princess?
Yeah, because especially Emmy, right? Who's never...
Because they've never been to a huge wedding. I don't, maybe on Tony's side, I don't know. But it was like a whole thing, and they were part of it.
Yeah.
So even if they'd been to a wedding, they probably, I don't know if they would have been a part of it. They might have been sitting in the middle or whatever. So they were up front close, they were bowing, and they probably only seen these type of scenes in Disney movies.
Right. Big dress and flower.
Giant dress and being attended to by bridesmaids.
I was wondering, I'm like, I wonder if Mia and Emmy thinks she's a princess. She became a princess or something.
And if they do, she should totally play that off. She should not tell them the truth. She should be like, yes, I am a princess. Yes, I do talk to birds. You have to be good if you want to be princesses too.
Yeah.
And just carry that through their 18th birthday. So that is a cool question, because obviously they weren't born yet when their parents got married, so they didn't get to see that.
I mean,
they weren't born during our
Mia was old enough at Dustin's and Maricor's wedding, but Maricor didn't have that big old ball gown type of, her dress was more form fitting. Yeah. So,
Mia was only 3.
Yeah, she was small. Yeah. Emmy was a baby. Remember, she was playing with you.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, I don't think they remember. So, seeing them now, especially Emmy.
And especially because they're really close to Christina.
Yeah.
They see Christina almost daily. So it's wondering, is that she turned into a princess?
Yeah.
If you went to see, if you had, a baby boy, and then you took him to, your uncle became a pro wrestler.
Well, yeah.
And you think, did he become... Iron Man? I don't know.
When my dad, Michael, when he worked as a security guard and he was in his security guard uniform, and Dustin thought he was a policeman, and Dustin's like, "Whoa, you're a policeman!" And he was all because Dustin was maybe 5 or something. So it's stuff like that, when you're in just random security guard uniform, he thought he was a policeman or something.
Far from it, Dustin. All right. So it was a great wedding. Just to let everyone know, I'm sure a lot of you saw the pictures and everything that we posted the day after. But we want to thank you guys for being a part of it, because you guys were asking questions, and Kevin and Christina are very aware that they're a part of our fan base. You're a part of our fan base, so you guys are all ones and zero families.
Yeah.
Internet family. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So, all right, now. Oh, by the way, a lot of you guys did like the wedding episode last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to give a shout out because I don't think because we do weekly statistics.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some people from Bangladesh. There was only 3, but there's 3 people from Bangladesh listening. And I want to be like, shout out to Bangladesh. The fact that rope dropping knowledge is reached all the way to Bangladesh. There's no Disney stuff in Bangladesh, I don't think.
Yes, but do they even get Disney Plus? I know last week we
know.
talked about the expansion.
I don't know.
But
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. And if you do, maybe we do like a little international giveaway.
I don't know about that shipping.
Because our highest amount of listeners is obviously in the United States.
Yes.
Second highest is Australia.
Oh, that's interesting too.
But I think we might have more Bangladeshi listeners than Canada.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird, Like Ireland is down there. Yeah. So I don't know. But it's kind of cool because I've never really paid attention to the international, like the geographic. I just figured everybody's in California and Florida.
Yeah.
and Chicago.
That's what I thought, yeah.
But Bangladesh. There you go. All righty. Any headlines?
Any headlines? So we snatched Doctor Strange tickets Wednesday morning. Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. They went on sale Wednesday. So at midnight I looked because we stay up till midnight anyways on Tuesday or Wednesday to see Moon Knight. So I'm like, let me just check, and nothing was up. And then I had an early call that day, like at 8. So at 7:30 I woke up and I was like, the first thing I do, what do? I check to Sinopolis to see if the Doctor Strange thing is up. So it was, and I bought it right away. And for May 6th, which is your birthday, so that's what we're doing on your birthday.
Yay!
Is seeing a Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. Happy about that. It's probably, I know Thor's coming out, and I forget what else is coming out this year in the theaters, but that's really the movie that I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah, me too.
So, lots of stuff that's connecting them, wrapping up the multiverse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if it's wrapping it up, but it's continuing it and going to explain a lot of stuff. So, yeah, going to see Professor X in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be cool. So, yeah,
that will be cool. I'm excited.
Very happy about it.
And then, so Walt Disney Company has named Christina Shaki?
I think so.
Shake as Executive Vice President of Global Communications. And she will be reporting to Jeff Morrell, who's the Chief Corporate Affairs Officer.
Yeah.
She was a staffer to Obama and Biden.
Yeah, she must be a glutton for punishment. Because she's got to have a lot on her plate.
Well, this has got to be
why would I'm just thinking
way easier than, not easier, but better than a staffer for Obama and Biden.
No, right? That's a piece of cake. That's a piece of cake.
Working for the government is always harder.
Working for the government is, well, first of all, it's like, I think she thinks it's going to be easier. Because, I don't know how long ago she was a staffer for Biden. I don't know if that was Biden as vice president, senator, or now, president. I don't know, But it's kind of like you're just getting information. She wasn't press secretary. So she's basically just getting information for the press secretary, probably, or she's gathering. She's doing research and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the person who's going to have to her face on some of these things. Like Disney right now is embroiled in something that it got more political backlash than the Affordable Care Act. It's like the opposition and the back and forth. It's like, let's just get into now is basically, so there's Republican legislators in Congress. This isn't even Florida, but even though this stems out of the whole Florida stuff, and I keep trying to go a week without talking about it.
Yeah. Because last week we touched upon the Reedy Creek thing.
Yeah.
Now there's something else.
Now they're saying that, okay, who is this guy? he is
Jim Banks?
Yeah, Jim Banks.
Yeah, what state is he in?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. But he's a congressperson. He's saying that they're going to maybe let the Steamboat Willie depiction of Mickey Mouse,
the trademark,
which
expires
copyright,
in
2024 lapse because they have to extend it,
right?
And copyrights kind of lapse on their own if you do nothing, but they're gonna no. Because you got to figure with Steamboat Willie, that was so long ago. They're lapsed. They've already got it extended twice. Mm-hmm. And they're just like, well, you're going to be, you're against that bill in Florida. And then they threw something in about China. Like, you do business with China, which every business does business with China. So I think they just threw that in. As another bullet. It's something, because I guarantee you he took money from companies who do business with China. But, they're going to say, well, we're going to let that lapse. And if you come to us, don't bother, kind of. And the Republicans are expected to win the House, this year. So, I mean, is it a big deal? No, in the sense, well, not to me, but to Disney, it's probably a big deal because that means anybody, if that copyright lapses in 2024, then basically gives anybody the right to use it.
Steamboat Willie. Yeah.
Use Steamboat Willie any way they want.
Yep.
They could use it on a porn site. It wouldn't matter. Disney couldn't do anything, Yep. So,
but it shows the type of backlash and retaliation that Iger wasn't thinking of because he was thinking of just retaliation from people boycotting or something. But this is like on a national level.
Iger is kind of saying that he would have never let it get to this.
Right.
His thing is like, if you're good, you don't have to worry about these things, and oh boy. So Miss Miss Shacky, however you pronounce her name, this is the type of stuff she's walking into.
Yeah.
My take on the situation, just from somebody who's a business owner, I don't like the fact, and this could end up biting them, down the road, because I don't think, especially as Republicans really don't like, and I understand that on this particular issue, why they're feeling strongly on this, but Republicans are supposed to be the party of stay out of business, like let business kind of do business and da-da-da-da-da. Because I don't think you want to set a precedent of, we have the power to harm your business. Therefore, because of a political position, therefore, that's what we're going to do. Because I guarantee you, and I'm not talking about just Republicans, but any politicians' donors could be affected by this, because all it takes is the other party to get in the power, and then they start, okay, well, you took money from coal and gas. Well, guess what? we're gonna not renew those. We're not gonna do this pipeline or renew these mining rights or something. It could get crazy.
Yeah.
So, because of your stance on something, because of your stance on Black Lives Matter, or because of your stance, you know what I mean? I don't know if this. I don't know if this is going to be successful. I mean, I don't know if it could. I mean,
it's one.
I don't think it would be successful because it's not. It's
a congressman.
But I don't think it'll be successful only because of the power that people don't really want to mix business.
Yeah.
Because there's always, like, in every party, there's like some of your loudmouths that say stuff and do stuff. Because they did write a letter to Disney, so it's not like it's not official. But let's say these things, and then the older people in the party kind of walk them back.
Yeah.
Be like, listen, I get it. Because, you want some Twitter blow up, but
because
we're really not going to do this. So.
Yeah, how, like you just said, corporations kind of run the world in a way. So
what do you think
this
that's
might just be one loudmouth congressman. And yes, they wrote a letter, but I don't think this will go far.
Well, I mean, the thing is the reason why it could go is because really all they have to do is do nothing. So they actually have to take action to renew the copyright. So if they just do nothing, it expires.
Doesn't Disney have also? Can't Disney?
Well, it's not like a
just say
domain
renew?
name. It's not like you have to. You did. Oh no, we're going to pay $15 and renew it. It's like it's already past like how many? I think it's like 75 years or something, to where the rights can just go into the public domain. But
so wouldn't Disney just file another patent or something?
No, it takes
Trademark,
legislation. You know, it takes legislation to do that for copyrights. So it's not just it's not like a patent, but even patents go into the public domain in some certain amount of time. I'm not an expert in copyright law, patent law, but I knew that they had to do legislation before to just extend it. So, but yeah, it's getting weird, and it seems like every week there's something new coming out. A lot of people are like asking, like, is Chapek going to be fired because his contract's up in February of 2023? Like, if I was him, I don't know if I'd want to stay. I might fire myself. Like, I might just be like, I'm out of here. Yeah. You like, don't renew my contract, please.
Be like everyone else and resign.
Or just like hang out and just be like, you know what?
Retire. Not resign.
They're coming out to like, they start coming to you about renewing the contract, and I just pick up the phone and be like, don't bother.
Yeah. Or I'll just retire,
Yeah. And I know like a lot of people who become executives and stuff, they're not the type of people who are built to quit.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, no, I'm gonna fix it.
No, they're not gonna push me out. Yeah.
Yeah. Or even if they're like people who just want to fix stuff, like they're like, no, I can fix this. They think they can fix anything, and it's like, I know that he probably doesn't have that mentality, but sometimes you're like, dude, just for your own health, man. Like, it didn't work out. Like, just, and not everything's your fault. You had to deal with it.
But you don't want to be the CEO that lost Steamboat Willie or whatever.
But if he leaves, it'd be before that. Because it doesn't, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Why stick around for that,
Like, oh yeah, we let Disney lost Steamboat Willie under my watch. Man, we should have bought the popcorn bucket. Now it's gone.
I know.
Now he's going to be gone. Well, at least I have a magic shot picture with Steamboat Willie.
2024, we might be able to make our own.
That's a good idea for Shy Bear.
I know.
Just slap it on a pallet.
Steamboat, rope dropping knowledge, 2024. I just come out with 7 different T-shirts. Okay. What's next?
I guess it's time for Taste Talk. Well, I wanted to clarify that you got me a gift card too.
Oh yeah, this is
birthday.
just my insecurity because not a lot of people, 4 people. After the last episode was just like when I was telling people about the trap and why I got Tracy.
I asked for a gift card.
Yeah, and why I thought that was a lame present. First of all, number one, yes, she did get the gift card as well. All right. I did not get her the gift card. But why I thought it was a lame present wasn't because it wasn't because it was a gift card. It was more because she was using it to buy dresses for a wedding. It's not even because she was using it to buy dresses. Because to me, I guess, and again, this could be because I'm older, like, buying dresses for a wedding that it's a family event that you both are obligated to go to anyway. That's kind of like, oh, we got to go see my mom, and Tracy gives me money for gas, and she says, "Okay, happy birthday. I filled up your car with gas to go see your mom." It's a household expense. That's how I was looking at it. Yeah. I don't think I articulated that very well in the last episode. That's why, if we had to buy like, new hooks to hang a plant or a picture, I wouldn't consider that a birthday present,
Yeah.
So that's what I meant. But yes, she did get the gift card for the dresses, and she got her other present as well.
The purse that I posted.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why. Not that no one was getting on my case for it, but I just wanted to clarify because they had questions. All right. Is it time for food stuff?
Yes.
Cool.
It's Taste Talk with Tracy. Mash some magic in your mouth.
Okay, we will talk about the Delish booth. And that's the name of the booth.
Right.
The Delish booth. We had two things there. The first one was called the Black and Tan Beef Potato Puffs. Basically, they're tater tots with it's Carl Strauss wrecked Alley Stout gravy and kind of like a short rib, kind of shredded beef on top with the gravy and the Lager micro sponge.
Lager
micro sponge, which I didn't know what the sponge was, but I think it's just bread.
I think it's cornbread, isn't it?
No, it was softer. So I think it's just bread. But it was good because the beef was good and the gravy was good. So it was Carl Strauss wrecked Alley Stout gravy.
I think it's like tater tot poutine or something.
Yeah. Tater tots with shredded short ribs on top and Carl Strauss stout gravy.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was good. But it's not something that I would think about ordering. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I'm going to go back. I can't wait till they have that again.
Yeah. You know? It's not one of those memorable things, but it was interesting. And then the second thing that you liked was the Cubano sliders. That
was really good.
It was slow roasted mustard crusted pork and sliced smoked ham with melted Swiss cheese and a slice of pickle served on a Hawaiian roll.
That was so good. And I don't know why it tasted good. But
because I figured ham and, Marg was telling me, well, it just looked like ham on a roll. But I'm like, no, there was other stuff in it. Like, slow roasted crusted pork and all this stuff. Yeah. So it did taste really good.
Yeah, I would get that again, definitely. I'd eat like two at once. those are really good. They're slider types foods, sandwich type foods at the food festivals always seem to turn out pretty good.
Yeah. I think so. So these were both good. To me they were just okay. I mean, I wouldn't go back again for them.
Again.
Yeah. So when we go on tomorrow, I think I'll probably want to try the that drink.
Which one?
The Sake 75.
Oh, okay.
The melon sake. And we have one
melon sake. Sounds like melancholy.
Melon sake, is it? Or what is it called? I don't know. And then also we have to get one more because I have another tab. Maybe
you still have a tab left?
I have one tab left.
We'll get that Cubano again.
No, I want to try the stuff at the Paradise. What is it? Pork something.
Yeah. It's gonna be 100 degrees. See, this is how she gets me to walk around. I always got a tab left. I got to.
Oh no, you wanted the empanadas. But this doesn't have meat in it, so
yeah.
I don't know about using my tab on a meatless item.
There was a horchata thing. I mean, this isn't a tab
Yeah, that's
thing.
not tab either. The char siu ribs is what I want to use my tab for.
So I'm gonna tell people, anytime you go with your partner to do these food festivals, make sure to use all of their tabs or throw them away. Because they're always.
I told you I had one left and I wanted to claim it. You're like, that's okay. We'll come back and you can use it.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like me.
No, you said that because you didn't want to eat any more.
So. Yeah, because you're making me eat. You're either making me eat or making me walk.
Yeah, so that's why I couldn't use all the tabs and one thing.
You could go get something and eat it yourself.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, now when it's 100 degrees. I'm boiling. I'm just glad that we know it's 100 degrees. Because sometimes we go and it just hits. I know, but sometimes it's higher than it says it's going to be. Like sometimes it says, it's going to be like 85 and it ends up being like 95.
Yeah.
Like, what?
At least we're prepared. I'm charging the fan.
Yeah,
the handheld fan.
Mini fan.
I got to look for that wet towel thing.
By the way, those fans are awesome that we have.
Yeah.
And who turned us on to that fan?
Christina.
Exactly. She is a Disney princess.
Yes.
She's like Elsa. She makes us cold in the heat.
But see, now that she told us about it, now I start seeing like Disney influencers telling people about it. Because
we posted it.
Before they had that
We
Mickey
posted it
one.
like in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like before, they had all these like cute Mickey ones that didn't last long and wasn't even
Yeah, but
strong.
we made you can go back and find it. We made a specific post about how this is the best. You just get it on Amazon. It's the most powerful.
Yep.
It lasts a long time. And then people started showing up.
And you can charge it like on the battery pack that you bring. So even if it runs out,
with a phone charger. Yep. It's cool. Literally. All right.
Well, that's it with Taste Talk.
Let's talk about some Moon Knight really quick.
Okay.
Because I talked about it last week. This is not non-spoiler. But every time I see, sometimes that there's a really good first episode. Usually there's a drop in quality the next week. Or at least a drop, it doesn't meet your expectations because the first episode was so good. Man, this one was, I think, just as good, if not better.
Yes.
Week 2. And what it tells me about this show, first of all, there's a good mix of action and suspense. But there's a lot of things that get explained. So for those of you who are still on the fence about watching it, there's a lot of things that they've done right that a lot of other Disney Plus shows haven't, especially the ones that are only 6 episodes, is that they explained a lot of so there's a lot of weirdness in the first episode, a lot of mystery, and you kind of don't know what's going on, and there's a lot of things that need to be answered. And they explain a lot of stuff in the second episode. And what they didn't do in a lot of other series is that some of the explanations that we got in the second episode about how things work and about why things are happening, in some series, they don't explain that to like episode 5 because because the director or the showrunner is so into like keeping everybody in this state of mystery that they kind of have a lot of filler episodes. And they just you're just kind of like, okay, what's going on, and they want to keep you in that what's going on state. And then the last 2 episodes they explain stuff, and then the season finale seems underwhelming is because they just explained everything. It was Agatha all along, and then and then you have like the season finale, and it's basically an Avengers street fight, right? And so it's kind of like so the finale is kind of underwhelming. You don't get Mephisto, you don't get this, you don't get that. So what's cool about this is that they're like, no. We're going to explain there's going to be some weird stuff. We're not going to answer all your questions. We're going to give you some new questions, but a lot of the stuff we're going to explain throughout the series. So we got a lot of explanation in episode 2.
Even in the first episode, towards the end.
A little bit. And, like his second suit shows up there. I mean, there's some cool stuff. And you get a lot of explanation. So now we still have 4 episodes left, and I don't know, I have no idea where this is going to go because they have so much room to work with. And I'm not just stuck saying, okay, when are they going to answer this? Or you're listening to all these people on YouTube, just like they have developing all their stupid theories that are so far out there. It's like they don't have a chance to do that because they gave you explanations.
Yeah.
And this is how you pace a show that's only going to be 6 episodes.
Yeah.
You start off with some mystery and some weirdness. You explain at least half of it, second episode. And now let's get into this character and all the characters that you already developed. They've already done a lot of character development just in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And so now we're not just waiting around and hoping that some weird cameo. And if they do want to throw in a cameo, they got space to do it now without disrupting their story.
Yeah.
So, again, I recommend Moon Knight. Right now, I'm trying to think of all of the Disney. Loki was pretty high up there on my list. I really liked Loki. I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier a lot, but I can understand why some people had some problems with it. WandaVision was awesome because it was the first thing out and it was just so weird. But looking at this objectively, just stepping back as a television show, this is probably the best show so far. It's only been 2 episodes, so I don't hold me to that because I could change my mind by the end. But so far, as far as just everything, as far as the pacing, as far as the quality of acting, Ethan Hawke, this guy.
Yeah, last week we talked about how great Oscar Isaac is. Ethan Hawke is even better.
Ethan Hawke is like, let me. Oh, you're good. Let me show you how to act, young man. And I'm not saying he outdid or upstaged him. There's a scene where they're both eating soup, talking face to face, and like it, just the acting. I'm not talking no special effects, no CGI, no Marvel references, nothing about Thanos. You know, just two men talking about the situation, and it was probably one of the best scenes that's been on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think so, because like Falcon and Winter Soldier was more just an action type of thing. The good acting was Sebastian
Show was
Stan.
Hawkeye, right? Hawkeye was more of an action.
Yeah, action. The only the not that the acting was bad or anything, but most of it was just action. The only good acting or the best acting in Falcon and Winter Soldier was when Sebastian Stan cried when he got rid of the Winter Soldier.
When he was free of the
Winter Soldier,
the brainwashing.
Yeah, so that was really good acting. But in Moon Knight, it was all good acting.
From start to finish, and from every character.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the new standard, I think, for Marvel on Disney Plus, and I encourage you guys to watch it. All right. Dot Points Disney. What do we got?
Okay, I might butcher this name again. Domi Shi, director of Turning Red, has been named vice president of creative, joining directors Andrew Stanton, Peter Sohn, and Dan Scanlon, who also carry that title.
Yeah.
So she was promoted after Turning Red. So also carried that title in guiding the studio's filmmakers on their own productions as part of the famed Pixar Brain Trust.
Yeah. So that's really cool because, I mean, and I put some other notes in here about her, and this is some stuff I didn't know. Like, she started off as an intern for Pixar, and then she was hired as a story artist for Inside Out, and she worked on The Good Dinosaur. She worked on Incredibles 2 and Toy Story 4. Everybody knows she did the short Bow.
I didn't know that. Yeah, so she.
You didn't know
Bow.
that?
No.
That was what was her claim to fame until Turning Red. Yeah, and that won an Academy Award.
Oh wow!
So I mean, talk about if you believe in working your way up a chain.
Yeah,
that's working your way up a chain, and doing quality work every step of the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, hats off to her. I mean, she. And it's impressive. Like a guy like me, who's basically, I'm a Chad. I'm into like MMA, and then the art that I like is like Star Wars and Marvel movies and explosions, and I'm into deeper stuff than that. But that's the stuff I really talk about on the podcast and post about. But her stuff about like teenage angst and little girls and the relationship in Bow between a mother and her son, like she can make that so relatable that like a meathead like me is like, wow, let's watch that again. And, oh man, that was really something. And she makes these things accessible to everybody. And I know that some of these are made for like 14-year-old girls.
Yeah.
But everybody likes them.
Yeah.
They're just that's when you could tell a great artist.
Yeah.
When you could take something that on paper reads for one demographic, but everybody likes it.
But it's also good that she was able to pitch it to Disney like that.
That's a skill in and of itself.
I mean, someone like Chapek would be like, no, or something. I don't know.
Bow. Maybe we'll have you at the food festival.
Well, even the Turning Red, I'm like, what is it? Like the one critic you were talking about, what does this do for me? I'm not going to watch it, So,
so we hate on Chapek. Maybe, I don't think he might not be that bad. We don't know if his art tastes and stuff, Maybe if Chapek was a CEO, he'd just be some dad at Disney and just be walking around and, like, most expensive day ever T-shirts, He might just be a cool dad, you know what I mean? I don't want to put stuff on him that's not there,
I know.
But
so it looks like she's for Turning Red, she's the first woman ever to be a solo director on a Pixar feature. And then also, according to Disney, the movie Turning Red was #1 film premiere on Disney Plus in streamers' history.
Yeah. So she's going to be like kind of like the Shonda Rhimes of Pixar, you know. She's going to be doing like big things, and I look forward to all her future projects because now it's very rare that you look at like a Disney thing and you see, okay, well, who's behind this? And you see now if I see her name, like I don't, I don't even care what it's about. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
Because I know she's going to bring the quality.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, so Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind confirmed official opening date of May 27th, because remember, Jeff Morale leaked it and then he deleted it.
Yeah.
But it is confirmed that it's May 27th, and that makes sense because it's Memorial Day weekend. All pass holder reservations for Epcot are gone, but Disney will have a pass holder preview, and this is for DVC members. And
they're going to have one for them. I think they're going to be separate, though.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So they're going to do kind of like a soft month opening.
Yeah.
So they're having one for like cast members, then another one for cast members and their families.
Okay.
And then another one for pass holders. Then another one for I don't know what order these are in, but DVC. And then another one for like Club 33.
I see. Yeah, because that's what they did for Remy's, the Ratatouille.
Well, Club 33 is such a small, they might combine that with DVC or something. But
they did those previews for Remy. So when you say all pass holder reservations for Epcot are gone, that means for that day?
Yeah.
Oh.
So like if you were trying to get in on that day, I want to go to Epcot on that day.
It's sold out.
It's sold out.
Okay.
So, but you might be able to get into a preview. But, I mean, it's going to be around.
Yeah,
so it's a permanent ride. I mean, that's the point. But if you wanted to be there on opening day, that's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, you probably just have to be one of those, fit into one of those categories.
Yeah. And I bet you it's all these influencers. It's all our fellow content creators who are in Florida who took them up. And by the way, if you guys are there and you see some California content creators taking up reservations for that day, you could tell them Rope Dropping Knowledge says, no bueno. It's not good.
They're not as bad. I mean, they do the press thing for like the Galactic Star Cruiser and stuff, but I don't know if they're as bad with the.
Well, I mean, that's because they were
rides.
invited. But I'm saying if you're taking up reservations that could have gone to just a regular family.
Oh.
You flew out from California just for your content.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, come on, dude.
Yeah, one of my
It's not a big deal. I mean, I get it because the content goes out to people who can't get there either. So it's good. But.
Well, one of the attorneys at work was telling me she just got back from Portugal. Mm-hmm. And she was like, this is her like first time seeing an influencer in action, I guess. Mm-hmm. She's like, what in the world? It's like raining. There's a steep hill and there's these young people in heels taking pictures and dressed up. I'm like, oh, that's like at Disneyland. They do that there too. They just wear heels and whatever, take pictures. And then she's like, man, I'm like in my sneakers trying to walk on this hill. And here they are taking like, oh yeah, that's what they do now. She's like, oh, well, I don't have Instagram or anything. So I don't even know, I was like, yeah, those are the influencers on Instagram.
Yeah. These are people who don't want to be attorneys and they want to make their bag on the
like
net.
She didn't get it. I was like, well, I think they bring a change of clothes. At least for Disneyland, that's what happens.
There's probably like a backpack nearby and they have their Skechers in it or whatever, hiking shoes. So it's funny.
She didn't get it. Like,
it's basically a photo shoot for unofficial models. That's all it is.
Right. And there were like a lot of them. She saw like a few of them like walked by and she's like, how could they walk in those heels on this, steep hill? And that's so funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, so the other news is that Disney World announced that those who have Disney Plus will be eligible.
I was going to say something.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
About
Cosmic Rewind looks like, from the things I've seen, this is supposed to be the Hagrid killer. That's what they're calling it inside, right? So everybody knows Hagrid's ride at Universal in Hogwarts Town.
The 6-hour line.
Yeah, that roller coaster right now is like the number one attraction. It beats. I think maybe only Rise of the Resistance is Disney's one thing they have over that. Mm-hmm. But Rise of the Resistance isn't really a coaster, so it's a ride. It's an experience. Yeah, if it breaks down, it'll be another experience.
Yeah.
Some people have experienced that. But I think that, so Cosmic Rewind, I've seen the track layout, and they have a track switch. I mean, this is a spoiler, but they have a track switch, just like in Hagrid's, where you go up one track and you go back, but you didn't come the way you came, and you don't know how to, because it's supposed to be going through time.
Yeah.
And they have all these different musical things that could presumably be on, Peter Quill's mixtape, but it matches up with like different periods and time periods. But what's really cool for you Disney nerds, the ones who are deep into Disney, like Disney lore, they're incorporating, and this is what it looks like to me, and this is what some other people have said, like in the queue, like they're making it part of Epcot. So the history of like their time travel is also kind of the history of Epcot. So like the Guardians of the Galaxies have been to Epcot. So you'll see like different Epcot historical stuff throughout the queue, maybe even incorporated into the ride itself. So they're really making it an Epcot ride,
like immersive.
It's a crossover between Epcot and Marvel. It's a trippy thing, which is because at first I was thinking,
yeah, why is that ride in Epcot?
Exactly.
Like, I was like, why isn't it in Hollywood Studios?
Yeah, and I could understand why it's in Epcot, because Epcot doesn't have like a lot of banger.
They just had the Remy's.
Yeah, but that's not like
adventure.
a Rise of the Resistance type.
Right.
So I'm thinking they don't have all the, and they're trying to spread the population out.
Yeah,
so people go to all four parks and not just
because
Hollywood.
Animal Kingdom has that. What's that one?
The Flight of
Avatar.
Passage.
Yeah. And so Epcot was kind of getting like, nobody's going to Epcot.
Yeah, they got the restaurant, but that's about it.
That's about
the
it.
Space 220. So I understand logistically and business wise why they're putting it there, but the fact that and by the way, I give
that's good Imagineering
people credit when we brag on people and whatever, not brag, but come down on people when they don't do things and they're just doing it for money. The fact that, because that's going to cost extra money to make that mix.
Yeah.
And somebody greenlit that. So if that's tomorrow greenlit that under Chapek's leadership, I give them credit.
Yeah. That's what's important, that the cast members and the Imagineers are the ones who make the magic.
Yeah.
It's the people on top that don't
but I'm saying
recognize that.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we're going to come down on them, they could have cut corners on this ride, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And said, why do you care if it's Epcot related or whatever? People are going to go on the ride.
Right.
They like Marvel.
Right.
Just do it. And the fact that they left them alone and they went with the Imagineering people's ideas, you got to give them credit. That's cool. That's something I wasn't expecting.
Right. Yeah, me neither.
So that's all. And sorry, I interrupted you on your next.
It was Disney World giving a discount to those who are Disney Plus subscribers.
Yeah.
They're eligible for 25% off discount for rooms at certain Disney Disney World properties.
But that's from
July 8th to September 30th.
Right.
Of this year.
Mm-hmm. So you guys check and see if you guys are eligible.
Yeah.
Because you might be. And up to 25% off, that's a lot of money when you're talking about those.
Yeah.
Even if it's their lower resorts, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We didn't talk about this, but maybe we will later. But we are staying finally at a Disney property in June.
Well, not finally. We've stayed at them before.
Finally, meaning like it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been since like it's been since the opening of Galaxy's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, and I encourage people to always check, because it was these last 2 weeks when it came to hotels. For one, just we're Marriott members and Bonvoy members, I guess is what they call us. Mm-hmm. And I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was messing around on my phone. I have the app, Tracy has the app, and then one turned up cheaper, even though we already booked it. So it's worth it to keep checking.
Yeah.
Regardless of what hotel chain you are, these prices do fluctuate. So sometimes just by checking before you go, as long as it's not too late to cancel the room you already have booked, you might be able to get like an extra $50 off, just because, maybe they didn't get the type of traffic that they thought they were going to get.
Yeah.
And so that's good for there. And then 2, sometimes you might check and you just assume that a Disney property is going to be more expensive than an outside hotel. This one particular day we're going, it turned out not to be the case. This was actually like $50 cheaper than
any neighbor hotels outside of Disney.
Outside of Disney. So
it's because it's the NAMM convention, and it's a pretty big convention. The NAMM convention is for musicians, and that was going on
sound
that
technicians,
weekend.
anybody in audio.
Yeah. So it's a huge thing. So all the hotels around Disneyland were super expensive, and we're like, oh, well. So then Brian was like, well, if we're going to pay that much, let's just stay at a Disney property. So that's what we did.
And it was cheaper.
Yeah, it was cheaper.
It's cheaper than our 2 favorite hotels around there.
Yeah.
So
and we still got the Magic Key 20% discount.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going with the discount.
So it's always worth it to look.
Yeah.
Even if you're getting close to the time you're going to go, especially when you get close to the time to go, because that's when things might drop.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's an outside hotel or a Disney property hotel.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the perks of Magic Hour is not back yet, but maybe it'll be back by then. Who knows?
Hopefully. All right.
Okay. So then also, Disney World has also announced plans for a new affordable housing development in southwest of Orange County, Florida.
Yeah. So they have like 80 acres that they're going to be dedicating to this project. And, I don't know what there's always the devil's in the details, but until we find out different, good on Disney.
Yeah.
They're going to give, and they said Disney cast members are eligible.
Members, yeah. This is like 1,300 apartments.
1,300, yeah.
Wow.
So that's not a little bit, I mean, sometimes you see something with affordable housing and you have a huge need in an area and they'll say, oh yeah, we're doing like 12 apartments, out of these luxury, they have like these multi-million-dollar condos and stuff and they'll be like, oh yeah, but there's 12.
Oh yeah. They have something like that in Irvine where it's like all the, Irvine's really suburban area in Orange County, California, but there is like maybe 50 units in the middle for like affordable housing that excludes students. Because of course there's a college there, so they want to make sure students aren't staying there. But it's for people who aren't students, and
which is better than nothing. But but 1,300 is significant.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You got to figure, that's not 1,300 people. I mean, if they're apartments, 1,300 families. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of people, and especially if cast members are eligible.
Yeah, that's good for them.
A lot of people, and I know we get into it like how much cast members should be paid. They should be paid more, but hopefully needy cast members do get a good portion of that, but hopefully some needy people in the community get that as well. And I know like. We always can be cynical about, we're only doing this because of this or the blah blah. But hey, when somebody does something good, just say good job until you find out something else. Yeah. Right. So good on Disney.
Yeah. I had it somewhere here that Plaza Inn. Oh yeah, here it is. So the electrical parade's coming back. Mm-hmm. So which means that the dining reservations for reserved viewing of the parades are back. So the Plaza Inn dining reservations will be available starting April 14th. So that's when you make a reservation to dine there. Then you get like a pass to go have a separate spot to view the parade later on.
Right.
We've done those before, and they were cool before, but now I'm just wondering with park reservation, it's like too many things to coordinate, right? You have to first snag a dining reservation, but it has to be the specific date where you have a reservation for the park too. So I'm just curious how that's going to work now that there's the reservation system.
Yeah, you're going to have to just do
too many reservations going on at the same time.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. I mean...
No, I'm just curious if a lot of people will take advantage of this, or they're just going to we're just going to stand and watch the parade wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were smart, they would do it somehow in conjunction with your ticket. I mean, they could say, "Hey, do you want to make a dining reservation while you're here?" Just like every other company does.
Oh,
just like Postmates. Hey, do you want something from 7-Eleven while you order?
Oh yeah, it's just like when I book for Vegas for our hotels. Mm-hmm. They always ask, "Hey, do you want us to book a dining reservation for you for one of our restaurants while you're at it.
Yeah.
I don't think Disney's doing that. They're just being like April 14th, Hunger Games kind of thing. Like,
Hunger Games.
like, there you go. May the best person get one or something. But I mean, when we did it, it was worth just to try once. But we thought that, at least me, I thought I was standing in the way of the little kids. So even with me having the spot, I felt guilty. So I kind of stood in the back and let the kids stand in the front kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah. And moms who had kids,
strollers and stuff. So I just I don't know.
It's always good to be a good guest,
Yeah.
And part of being a good guest is not just being good to cast members, but it's being good to other guests. So.
Yeah, because I mean the parade's for kids, so I'm like, why am I standing here in front of them? They can't see anything. So I just scooted back. But yeah, I mean, it's worth it to try to get the spot, but ultimately I'm like, well, I can stand behind this kid. I don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're worth it.
Yeah.
But
I thought the Carthay Circle one was because you got a seat, like a director's seat, right? Remember?
Yeah, that was different. Like if you get an actual chair or a bench, that could be worth it.
And the Riverbell Terrace one for Fantasmic was worth it because you got to eat while watching the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the ones where you just get a dedicated place to stand, I don't think they're worth it because just stand anywhere. It might be more crowded, but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Same here.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for today. Everyone remember our giveaway ends on April 30th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are giving away the Danielle Nicole Sleeping Beauty, not a crossbody, but it's a purse. Might be a crossbody. And the Mickey Mouse Echo Clock. And all you have to do is direct message us the answer to this question. Who is your favorite or least favorite Disney princess? Direct message us that to Facebook or Instagram or both if you want 2 entries. Must be 18 years or older and live in the United States. And yeah, that's it. So we'll be at Disneyland tomorrow. And if you're listening to this on Friday, come look for us for that wallet.
Yeah.
If you're the first person, first come, first serve. All right. All right, I'm Brian.
I'm Tracy.
Stay magical.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe and visit us at www.ropedroppingknowledge.com.